Hello, this is Jaden Max, and I'm here on the VanillaCraft server and doing quite a bit of work here. I still got to take that time. I'm going to do that in a moment. But as you can see, I've done quite a bit of work here. I went on ahead and I redid this floor yet again. I believe this is like the 8th iteration of this floor, but I think this is going to be the final because I really like it. I like it the way it's turned out. I think it looks pretty good. Let me check my volume again. Oh yeah, everything's exactly as it should be. Just sounds. I guess I got my headset volume up or something. But anyway, yeah, I've been getting a lot of things done here. Trying to work very quickly. That's why I haven't been recording in VanillaCraft for the last couple of weeks, I think. Trying to get things done IRL and trying to get things done here has been quite a juggle. But I really like the way this has turned out. I went ahead and changed that. That was dark oak logs, I think, and I changed it to dark oak because I like the contrast much better. I already had dark oak logs or dark oak planks down there. I had dark oak here already, so I thought, let me change that so those things all tie together. Then once I did that, once I made that change, I said, this, I had a lot of strong contrast down here in this area, but up here with that last design I had, all the contrast was lost. This part of the house looked radically different from the other part, not to mention how dark it looked. I think I mentioned that in the last episode. So I went ahead and changed it all to the sandstone. I thought it would look boring at first, but when I decided to ring this in with the dark oak planks, once again to tie the design theme from downstairs, everything seemed to just kind of fall in place and work. Okay, I just had, sorry, the game just crashed, and Fraps crashed too. Call it technical difficulties if you will. Anyway, there's something I gotta show you down here. I've gotten invaded if you will, by Zach Muir. Zach Muir. I'm not even going to try the Scottish accent. I was practicing one, but I'll spare you that. It says here, howdy enemy, our country Scotland has decided that based on your misjudgment of my nationality, that we should remind you in a state of war. Now, I could easily do a Mel Gibson impersonation here, but nah. We are declaring war against you. Get all your men and try to defeat us. Get everyone in this server to fight against us. Good luck. Zach M. By the way, I put the clock there. Okay. Yeah, that was his present day they left. Okay. So, apparently, this is a state of war. We are at war with the Scottish forces. Scottish forces? Are there any forces in Scotland? Anyway, I'll figure out something to do with that. I already got an idea in work. I'm already put out the word, the all points bulletins. The all men are gathering, and we shall get our armies together. We shall be ready to fight. What is it? I can't even remember Braveheart. Whatever. Anyway, I'm going to take that up. I guess I can go on ahead and pull this up. I also have to get Zach's sign outside as well. So he's spoiling for a fight, and I think I can oblige him on that. So let me clean this up, as well as his sign outside. And oh yeah, I also wanted to make note here. Here's a little. Excuse me. Here's a little something I thought you might need from M. Oh man, I can't remember his name right now. From M. Oh, he changed underneath too. Oh, that sly dog. Wait a second, did he? I do have blue carpeting upstairs, so it's not a big loss. But, you know, that does qualify as griefing if he did take my wool and make it into this carpet to go on top. I don't know. Looks like maybe he was going to try to build it underneath here, but maybe the dimensions didn't work out right, didn't look right, so he decided to put the carpeting on top. I don't know. But anyway, mystical. M is mystical. I remember now. So yeah, Mystical gifted me with the clay I needed. What the what? Okay, anyway. Gifted me with the clay I needed to put the brick up on the wall there. And I really like it. At first I thought, I'm not going to incorporate it because the design is, I didn't think it would fit. I didn't think the brick would look good there. But it does. It really sets things back, especially with the natural light, oops, from above hitting it. It really kind of makes a contrast there in those alcoves. I'm going to replace all the torches in here eventually with some lamps. I don't have enough redstone to make the redstone lamps needed to really light this place up the way I want to. So I'm going to hold off until I get more redstone. I've been caving. I've been doing a lot of caving actually on this server as well as on the unnamed server. Caving, more caving, which I don't think I'm going to call it. That might be the name of my next unnamed server episode. Trying to get all the stuff, a bunch of stuff together. I know I've been grousing a bit lately because I have been lacking on materials. And we've been having conversations on the unnamed server about this. The fact that there are some people who use farms and they're really upset that some of Mojang's recent decisions have made the farms that they've already had less effective. And so we've been talking about that quite a bit. And I've been doing some grousing about how, I don't use farms. And I'm a pretty busy guy IRL, so I never had enough time to gather a lot of the resources I would like to have to do my builds on these servers in these videos. So I decided to spend the last weekend uh, just doing a bunch of caving, trying to get up all those materials. It's not easily done when you got a family and everybody's demanding a bit of your time to spend time doing caving, which is why I haven't done it thus far. But I made a point this weekend to try to get on and do some caving, and I did. I did get a bunch of stuff done here as well as on the unnamed server. Unfortunately, here it hasn't included redstone. My caves in the basement down below have been kind of stingy. Don't worry, I'm sure there's redstone down there. I just gotta go deep enough. I gotta delve deeper into the pits of Mordor. Or whatever, however that goes. To try to find that redstone so I can get those lamps up. I do got some. I have gotten some redstone right over here. There we go. Got some. That's not nearly enough. So I'm going to be working on that and trying to get that done. But in the meanwhile, there are some projects that are needing some attention. Here we go. One thing, if you look around this build so far, and this is pretty normal for me, is incorporates almost every type of block you can put in. I even put creeper stone up there. I got smooth stone. I got oak. I got dark oak. I got birch. I even got bamboo over there. I got pretty much acacia here. Different colors of glass. I got grass blocks incorporated in design. I got fire. I got almost everything except one thing that's sorely underrepresented here is oak, and which is one of the first blocks people normally start off with. This is my first home on the server. I started building it right away. I do have oak there on my bridge, so I guess you can say that's fairly strong representation there. But I decided I'm going to put a build here. I'm going to put a build right through there. It's going to involve a lot of oak. Matter of fact, I already have the materials ready for it. Only problem is the sun's starting to set, so I'm going to go grab a snoozer, and then we're going to jump out there and start to work on that project. I'll see you in a bit. So here we are. We're out here in the bright sunlight. This is just behind the house. As you notice, I had to extend the back of this mountain, and I mentioned that in a previous episode, in order to make room for this house. The mountain initially came about like right here, so I had to push it out quite a bit to build this room the way I wanted it to. The same thing in the basement down below. I had to extend it out. I'm going to have to do some more extension too for the bedroom. You would think a mountain would be large enough to build a house in, but this mountain could have been a little larger, I guess. Anyway, what I'm going to do here is build a little dock. When I was working on pushing this corner out, I really liked the inclusion of natural light into this room. And I thought about maybe making it like a big window here or something like that. But I decided it just didn't fit into the design that I was looking for. But I still want to have a view out onto this little pond area we got out here. I think I will do some work to kind of beautify it a little bit. I don't know, not maybe not a whole lot, but eventually someday I might get back here and do some more with this. In the meantime, I thought until I get my fishing dock out there established, this might be a quick and easy way to come out and do some fishing. To put a dock out here. So I think that's what I'm going to do. It's going to start by taking out a little bit of this. This is that glowstone at the bottom of my waterfall down there. Now, initially, this was going to be a water feature that I was going to have on the back here. Uh, the water was going to cascade down, and it's going to contrast with the lava here. It's going to look like it connects to there. I decided not to do that. Because of this balcony idea. I like this idea a lot better, so that's what I'm going to do. It's my house. I can do what I want. My rules. Anyway, I'm going to pull this up, and then we're going to start staking some land here, start to work against this lag to get this place built. I'll be right back with you. Here we go, just putting a few more blocks down here, there, like that. And I think this looks okay right now. We're going to put, this is going to be a very simple build. This is not going to be too incredibly complex. I just want to get a little something here just so I can do some fishing, mainly. It is going to have to, you know, per my normal modus operandi, I want it to look good, so we're going to embellish it a little bit, but most of the embellishment's probably going to come later on, not right now. Let me see, let me put this here. We're going to, I think we're going to do this. Put that there like that, and then have this come out. Because in order for me to keep mobs from popping in here, and that's what this is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a safe place where I can come and fish at nighttime. But in order to keep mobs from pumping in and ruining my night's fishing, it has to have an overhang here that will keep them from dropping in on me. It's already high enough, and there's no way a mob... Oop, oop, oop. Okay, not no way. I'm going to do something about this. Let me see. If I just take it down like that, mobs will not drop, will not try to drop from a height high enough to kill them. They will prefer to just set on a ledge forever if getting off that ledge means they die. This can be used to our advantage here. If I can make this to where no mob will want to drop down and no mob can jump up, then it'll be relatively safe. I don't want to have a skeleton come over here and try to snipe me while I'm doing my fishing. There we go. I want to say this is good. Say this is good. I know I have my qualms about it, especially right there. I know that's not good enough. I also know mobs won't do that, what I just did. Their pathing will not have them jump around blocks like that. So that should be safe, I think. I think that will be safe. Let me take this down here just to make sure. And I think that would be safe enough. As long as I got a torch there so nothing spawns there. I hope that'd be safe. I keep saying that. I think it's safe. I think it's safe. I think it's safe. I think it's safe. Let me put that there. Just keep anything from spawning there and causing me some trouble. As for this, I'm going to take this out because I do have stairs. And I like the idea of having stairs here better. So we're just going to put these around here. This is a simplified version of... Wait, no, nothing can get up there. This is a simplified version of my standard fishing hut design. That's not it. I do like the inverted stairs, but that's not what I'm going for here. There we go. And then we're going to put this, push this out. Come on, I don't want to fall. There we go. And continue around. There, 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 and there. Okay, good. Now we can raise this roof, so to speak, by putting those there like that. Let's take this up. And I'm going to bring that over like that. Good. Now, how are we going to keep mobs from coming in? Now, mobs won't drop in because those are pretty high drops. But a mob could drop from there. So let's go ahead and fill this in with glass. I may change this out for colored glass later. Like I said, I'm going to embellish this a little more down the line. But for right now, I just want to have something here. I don't like the way this looks. There we go. Because why do I need to hold up the mountain? That should be fine as is. Matter of fact, actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that there. So it's attached to the mountain there. And then we can put that like that. So it looks like it's attached to the mountain that way. I think. I like it. Too much? Too much. This is unnecessary now. There we go. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. All I need to do now is make me a fishing pole. I'm afraid things might still be able to shoot me from here. We'll have to see. I have a feeling it's not high enough. It's going to take me a time just kind of messing with it. I'm also going to put something there. I'm going to put a waterfall to come down there. Matter of fact, let me go on ahead and I'll sleep the night away, and then we'll get working on that part of the build. Hold on. Okay, so here we are on top of the house. Now, a lot of this dirt I actually put here like this, kind of make it look natural and real, but I'm going to take it up because I got a better plan in mind. We're going to build ourselves a little spring here that's going to allow water to cascade down over the side of the hill there. I want it to be able to splash down into the water right here. Basically, we got 5 blocks to work with from right here. So let's mark this up like that. And then let's see, that's going to be one. Right from here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're going to mark that off there. And I'm going to bring this around, make this like a little kind of, like a little pond type area here. Let's see, ponds are supposed to be round. How can we make this roundish in Minecraft? Let's see, let's try to fill this up, pull up the land a little bit so this kind of looks natural here. Once that grass grows in, it's going to look a lot better. There. Like I said, I like to sand the underside if I can. Let me see. I think this is going to be good enough for what we're looking for. It doesn't have to be really big and special, just a little bit of a pond area. Let me take it back a little bit more, like that. I think this is going to look good. Let's see. Let's build this up a little more so it looks less contrived. There we are, even though it is totally contrived. There we go. I think I like it. Yeah, I think I'll leave it like that. There we go. Cool. Okay, put down some buckets of water here. Get things going. And later, I will come back in and put some flowers up here. I might plant plant a tree back here too. There we go. Get some more water. There, I think. Therefore, I am. And I also think that that looks pretty good for me. It looks kind of what I was hoping for. Let's go downstairs and see what it looks like from down there. The water cascaded over. It's going to give me from inside the house. It's going to give me the sound of running water, which I like. Sometimes in my previous builds, I've chosen places specifically because of the water. Like this here. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I came to Japan. One of the reasons why I've loved living here for as long as I have is being near the water. One of the things that I miss, one of the things I don't like about where I live currently is I don't live near the ocean. I used to live at a place where it's almost like this. I was almost right on the bay. And I really miss it. I'll come back and do that. I'll get rid of Zach's messages there eventually. I really want to get back in here and see what this looks like. Now, as far as the future of this channel and what's going on, I'm still going to definitely be recording from here, from VanillaCraft, even though it's been very quiet lately. You know, the last few videos, there hasn't been a whole lot of people here for me to interact with. I think I mentioned that in the last episode that the owner, Mystical, thinks that it might be because of the restrictions we have until 1.8 comes out. So he has opened up an area for us to go and explore. I haven't been there yet, but I may go there soon because that line of glass there is supposed to be brown. And to make that brown, I need cocoa beans. So I'm going to have to go look for cocoa beans in the jungle someplace. But I really don't want to move out into the outer world until 1.8 comes out. I'm trying to get this completed before then. Okay, that is going to need some work. I mean, it looks better than just the flat face before, but it needs something. I'm not sure what yet, but I'll figure it out. Maybe when I go around and beautify this whole area, I'll do something about that as well. But as we are right now, I think this looks pretty good as a fishing dock. I just need to put me some chests there to hold my fishing stuff, maybe an easy chair for me to sit in. But I think this is good for right now. This is going to change. I'm going to do stuff to improve the look of it in the future. Anyway, I think this is good enough for an episode. A lot of changes here. A lot of work went into this house so far, and I have to say that for the most part, it is complete. There's one more room that I want. Well, not one more room. I do have a lot of work to do on the floor to put my livestock farms in there as well, downstairs. So that's coming up soon. I won't be able to say this place is complete until I have my livestock in. And I think I have me an idea for that. I actually found myself a large room downstairs that I'm just thinking right now, off the top of my head, might be a good place to convert into a livestock pen. I don't know. We'll have to think about that. My bedroom's going to be right through there, so that's going to be work for a future episode. Anyway, if you like this episode, please give me a like and subscribe. Those things help my channel. And also check out my other videos, my other shows I got on here, my other series I should say. I got the unnamed server, that's going really well. I'm doing a lot of cool stuff with that and my Rivertop project there, as well as other games I play. I've recorded an episode that's going to go up soon for that, so please check that out. Anyway, this is Jaden Max, and I'll play you again later. Goodbye.
Face,
right.
God.
Come here, you. I'm not afraid of you. Oh, I don't like zombies, so.
I refuse to wear armor, so this is a bad situation for me.
Refuse to wear armor.
I refuse it. I will not wear armor. What you gonna do? Ow!
Oh,
God,
sorry.
you hit hard.
Sorry, I keep...
I'm gonna die any second.